This is everything that I use to make sure that I don't get dark spots after having pimples or from even picking at my skin. Don't let the makeup fool you. Just like you, I get dark spots. It happens every single time I get acne, but I notice such a big difference in how long the hyperpigmentation stays on my skin and if it even happens just by having those products on my skin. I think the number one game changer for me has definitely been the ordinary glycolic acid. I have been using this, as you can see, for a long time now. What glycolic acid does is exfoliate the skin, which makes it look brighter and as well as lighten up any dark spots that happen. Because glycolic acid is so strong, I only use this at night, and I use a cotton swab to go ahead and apply it in my skin, and I swear it works wonders and leaves my skin so nice and plump with no product on it. I always use the ordinary glycolic acid after I cleanse my skin. I'm one of those girls that still use Noxzema. I know Noxzema has so much hate, but hey, if it ain't broken, I ain't gonna try to fix it. I have tried switching to different types of cleansers that are so popular on TikTok, and it just doesn't work for me unless it's medical grade skincare like Skin Script. Enough about my rant about Noxzema and to lay off my shoulder. Going back into this glycolic acid toner. This toner is so good, and toner in general is really good to help dark spots, acne in general. It resets the pH balance that's in our skin, so our skin can't be too acidic or too neutral. Since using this glycolic acid toner, I do not have those dry patches that I used to have, or even like overly oil skin, and I feel like this toner really balances it out. Why is this so important? Because I won't have those dark spots that come from having acne. The next one is something that you guys have actually probably seen on TikTok, and it is the ordinary BHA chemical peel. I needed this in my skincare routine, not only for dark spots, but I was noticing I was getting these weird dry patches on my chin and mostly just around my mouth, sometimes even on my forehead, and I was like, no girl, we need to have an exfoliant in there. Ever since using this peel 1 to 2 times a week, it has drastically changed the texture in my skin, leaving it completely smooth, bump-free, almost that poreless Korean skincare look, and I absolutely love that for it. On top of that, because my skin is exfoliated, dead skin is not blocking my pores, I am getting less than I usually get around my forehead area from all the oily hair products that I use that just drip into my face at night, or even if I'm using a moisturizer that's too oily. This is an A and BHA chemical peel solution. Even though it's not as strong as what you can get from a dermatologist or esthetician, protecting your skin is still as important. I also make sure to go in with a sunscreen every single day and reapply it throughout my days so that my skin does not end up getting burned. Because if my skin ends up getting burned, then I'm gonna keep having these dark spots, being in this vicious cycle of never ending dark spots, never ending acne, and trying to do every single treatment that I can lay my hands on to get my skin lighter and more in the way I want it to be. When I first used this peel, it was so tingly on my skin, and it took a minute for me to get used to wearing it, but once I got used to wearing this mask, it became a holy grail for me. I love doing this mask with an aloe vera mask right after to calm down my skin and reduce any inflammation that can happen. Now, I already know what you're thinking. Raven, didn't you just say glycolic acid is a good exfoliant? Yes, I did, but this glycolic acid is a toner, and I need that extra exfoliation to help my texture. That's why on the days that I am using the glycolic acid toner, I don't also use the mask. I alternate between using this, so I use this once a week, sometimes twice a week if my skin is needing it, and then most nights I am using the glycolic acid toner. For my personal skin, I didn't really get too much irritation one night using this and then the next night using this, so you can take it by ear, but I would say with these total, I only use them about 3 to 4 times a week, and I wouldn't recommend doing more than that so you don't over exfoliate your skin. Anytime that I'm not using the ordinary glycolic acid toner, I just use a regular Rosewater Dixon's toner on my skin, keep that natural glow, and almost have that poreless look to my skin. Now, if you watch my shorts or even if you watch my videos on TikTok, you know every single day I am going in with this discoloration serum. I absolutely love the Good Molecules discoloration serum because I feel like it dives deep into my skin to break up the rate at which melanin is produced in my skin, and it is because of its powerful ingredients that make it able to do this. The only con that I have to this serum is that you really have to stay consistent with it when it comes to applying it both in the morning and at night, because if you are not consistent with it, you will not see as dramatic results as you want to see. It does take about 3 months to see results from this serum if you don't have active hyperpigmentation going on. Like I was saying in the beginning of this video, I get hyperpigmentation after my pimples pop and it gets super dark, and when I apply this I notice a difference at the rate at which it stays on my face and if the dark spots even appear at all. But I think the holy grail combination is the fact that I've been using this serum as well as keeping my skin exfoliated and protected with SPF, and that is what I have to thank for keeping my skin pretty nice and even, as well as keeping my skin tone pretty even all around, lessening the dark spots that I have. I know the girlies that have hyperpigmentation from pregnancy or even hormones would absolutely eat this serum up. The most drastic reviews that I see about this serum is not only from acne, but most importantly from hyperpigmentation caused by any hormone changes such as pregnancy or even people that have PCOS. That typically looks like hyperpigmentation and like a bigger blotch on the cheek or even around the mouth area. These are the two sunscreens that I alternate between using to protect my skin and to make sure that hyperpigmentation doesn't occur as fast after I get acne. The one that I've been using the most is the Black Girl sunscreen, and you can literally get this anywhere. And I know it probably sounds funny to say this, but this is not only suited for black girls. Literally anyone can use it. This sunscreen is OG. Honestly, both of these sunscreens are OG. It doesn't leave that annoying white cast that most sunscreens can have and most mineral sunscreens have. Even though it's October, I don't want to be walking around looking like a ghost. I also want to make sure that my makeup is not looking weird because I have some white sunscreen underneath. Especially as a darker African American person, it can be very hard finding sunscreens that don't leave that annoying white cast after, but these two I can definitely rely on. I love this sunscreen even though sometimes it can be a little bit oily. I like that because my skin just soaks it up, especially if you're more towards the Korean skincare era. I absolutely love Mixsoon skincare sunscreen. I've been using this sunscreen for a couple months now, and this is giving me the same if not better results of the Black Girl sunscreen that I mentioned before. The reason why I love this is because it is super lightweight. It's not as oily as the Black Girl sunscreen. We all know Korean skincare, they know what they're doing when it comes to it. I also love how this sunscreen acts as a moisturizer and really dives deep into my pores. It has my skin soak up the product instead of just sitting on it. I know that especially if you have dark spots on your body, the Good Molecules discoloration serum as well as the Ordinary toner would be really good to use on your legs, your underarms, and even your knees or elbows if you have darker skin on that area. The combination of exfoliating will really lighten the area, and even if you use the Ordinary glycolic toner on your underarms, it can actually act as a natural deodorizer for the skin, making it not only perfect to lighten any dark spots, but also making it really perfect to help if you need that extra support with deodorizing the skin. But yeah, you guys, I hope these videos helped. I love making these skincare videos for you guys, so if you have anything that you want me to make more of, just let me know. These are all the consumer or drugstore brand products that I personally use to help hyperpigmentation and help even out my skin tone. I say with the combination of all these, I cannot live without them, and they are such a holy grail when it comes to adding these into my routine. But show me some love down below by commenting if you use any of these products or if you have any recommendations for something that I can add to my routine. Hit the subscribe button because I upload videos like this all the time, and of course like this video so I know that you liked it and to make more videos like this. I'll see you guys next time.